Home run, home run, home run, home run, home run, home run. Sales for Q4 have gone crazy. I hit 6 home runs. Home run, home run, home run, home run, home run, home run. This is very unusual for me because I'm a part-time reseller. Welcome to my channel. My name is Dave. I'm a part-time reseller, part-time YouTube content creator. I'm a full-time father, husband, nurse. I make these videos for people new to reselling, primarily eBay, but not just eBay. This is a what's sold video. The reason I do these is so you know what to buy, because you only want to buy what sells. You don't want to waste your time and resources and money purchasing things and sourcing items that just don't sell. Now, having said that, some of the items I sell are vintage collectibles, and they call them long tail. They do take a long time. They could take months. Sometimes they could take a year. These are not bread and butter items typically that I sell. In this video, there's a lot of exceptions to that rule. So welcome to my channel. My home runs might not be your home runs. Some people don't consider a home run or a unicorn or something special unless it's like $500 or $1,000. To me, my bar is much lower than that. So let's get into what's sold. First item are these Tabasco soup bowls. These are new old stock from 1985, still new in the box. This was featured on Dominic's thrift battle. If you go back a few videos back, I'll put a thumbnail up there. Maybe I'll just put a picture up here, but you'd have to go to Dominic's channel to see that thrift battle. You can watch the replay. It was pretty cool. 3 out of 5 items that I had in that thrift battle have sold. So these I sourced at a Goodwill for $6. I walked in there with Little Midwest. At the time, about a year ago, I was really into coffee mugs and coffee cups. So I went right to the coffee cup section and I was looking and checking them out. And then I looked down and I saw this box and I thought, well, that's weird. It says Tabasco. I like Tabasco, so I didn't know what it was. I thought they were coffee cups in the box. So I checked it out and they were soup bowls. Now, these soup bowls are not that different than the modern ones. You can go to Tabasco.com and buy soup bowls that look just like this. These are a tad different and they're from 1985, so that makes them very vintage, very old. People do collect these. So because these were the only ones on eBay at the time still in the box, unused, I listed them for $99.95. And I got some lowball offers and I put them on sale and the sale ended. And then eventually I put them on sale again, 10% off, and somebody offered me $20. So I took Dominic's advice, primetime treasure hunter. I didn't ignore it and I didn't decline it. I responded and said, thanks for the offer. I can't go any lower than $75. Have a great day. And sent them that message. Never heard back. A completely different person with like 3 feedback sent me an offer for $75 plus shipping on top. Cost of goods was $6. I said, heck yeah. I took that. Boom. Home run number 1. Next 2 items is home run number, where are we at? 2 and 3. So this is kind of a story. This is Magnuson Models Inc. I had no idea what this was. These are HO gauge train models or building kits that you put together for your train set. This is vintage, around 1978. These are like barn finds. They have never been put together, so technically they're new old stock, new in the box. They're not in perfect condition. There are some condition issues with the box. One of them had plastic sheets that were ruined. I had to throw those away, and I put that in the description. And this is a good lesson. If you have a barn find and there's damage, you have to disclose it, and don't be afraid to disclose it. One box had a whammy in it. Both boxes were a little soiled. I did use this spray over here. I did use this here, Ozium. This is ozone in a can, basically. I got this at Target for like $4. So I did put items like this in a big plastic bag, like a big Kohl's shopping bag. One little squirt, quickly tie it shut, let it sit in there for 24 hours, and it really does a good job of killing any mildew smell. I don't know about cigarette smoke, but it does kill those odors really well. You can spray it in the room. I could spray it in the eBay office here, and I have a couple times. I wouldn't recommend hanging around and inhaling ozone. That's probably not a good idea. But this is very, very effective. I recommend that. So anyway, getting back to these models, Cost of goods was free. How did I get them for free? I have a friend that lives locally who's also on YouTube. His name is Captain Jack Scrapper. I'll put his link down in the description below. I encourage you to check out his channel and subscribe to him. He does a little bit of everything. He's part of the RV community. He is a recycler. He recycles metals. He barters. He trades. He gives stuff away. He's a local historian. He has a very interesting YouTube channel. He just went south for the winter. I don't know how much he's going to upload now. I'm sure he will and do some lives from wherever he's at. I think in the Carolinas somewhere. But I give him metal all the time, and he gives me stuff to sell, and he doesn't have to. I tell him not to. But he found some models, and he gave me a HO gauge bridge and another building, a bunch of stuff. Just handed it to me and said, here, you can have this for free. So I took it for free, thanked him very much. I gave him, I don't know what I gave him. I gave him some metal. I gave him a bunch of steel. So in the springtime, we're going to do more. I'm going to give him more material. I'm looking for some aluminum and copper, stuff like that. He has sold on eBay in the past. He just doesn't want to bother with it right now. So I put these two model kits as an auction because when I researched them, there's very, very few of these. Some of them are open box. Some of them are in better condition than mine. Some aren't, but there's not a whole lot. So I sold one for $35 plus shipping on top. The same bidder won the second one, $51 plus shipping on top. So I did very good with those. Next one is not a home run. This is another Levi's women's jean jacket. This is retail arbitrage, about 75% off. I got a little crazy, paid 25 bucks a piece for 3 jackets. Regular retail is $100. Not that bad. I suppose if you do this a lot and you're really good at selling clothes and you bought 100 of them, that'd be fine. For me personally, I don't like to do clearance unless it's about 90% off, but I thought, you know, I buy them for 25, sell them for 55, 60. That's not too bad of a margin. So I did put these on sale at the time, and this one sold for $50.35 plus shipping on top. Next one is a coin, and this is a consignment, so I wouldn't call this a home run, but we both did really well. We both did really well with this one. This is a 1798 large cent. Pretty rare. It would grade about good to good. I think the reverse is good and the obverse is about good. It's got a little whammy here and there. I disclosed that in the description, took good pictures, put it on eBay like 4 or 5 months ago and nothing. Got some views, no offers at all. I think there's a lot of competition. That's probably why it didn't do hardly anything. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to pull it down. I'm going to try Macari. If you've never tried Macari, check that out. Their business model is awesome. I won't get into that and into why. I think that's a different video. One of my really old, sad videos on choosing your platform to sell on. It's like my 3rd video. It's really embarrassing. But I get into Macari and how that business model works. And I do like their business model. Their audience or the traffic is just not anywhere near eBay's. But Macari's very niche-y. Video games, coins, tennis shoes, certain items, people do flock to Macari just for those items. So I put this coin on Macari, boom, 4 hours, it's sold for $100. So I will do a consignment for family members, and what I do is a 50-50 split, so you can do it any way you want if you do it. I don't recommend you do consignment for strangers or for low value items. It's not worth your time and your effort. This is my father-in-law, so he gets $50, and then the fees come out of my half, so I get like $38. But hey, that's $38 for cost of good of nothing, and you're helping out a family member too. Next is 1984 New York Yankees Major League Baseball buttons. These were published by Fun Foods. These are just little buttons. I lotted these together. These were $7.75 because they were 10% off on sale. First class shipping on top. Next is home run number 4. This is a re-webbing kit. And people laugh when they see this. I saw these at the flea market. I bought 2 bundles. The guy wanted $2 a piece for these. This is to re-web or to repair the old aluminum lawn furniture. And these sell very, very well. You check on eBay, check the comps. People pay big money for these. The same buyer bought both of them plus shipping on top, and again together my cost of goods was only $4. Home run. Next is home run number 5. 2 vintage cassettes. These cassettes were only 50 cents a piece. I listed these for $19.95. I took a best offer of $15 plus first class shipping on top. Last home run, number 6, are vintage Corvette lapel pins. There's a long story that goes along with this, and I'll try to make it short. I do mention this in other videos. These are 3 Corvette lapel pins. These are manufactured actually by my father. He owned a lapel pin manufacturing business back in the mid-80s. I had a bunch of them, or I do have a bunch of them, because I was 18 at the time, and you know how 18-year-olds are when it comes to cool lapel pins related to video games or cool muscle cars or tractor pull tractors, all that kind of stuff. So I have a whole bucket of them. Some of them are defects, some of them are fine and they're great. Some of them are weird, like dragons or three-dimensional ones. When's the last time you saw a giant three-dimensional lapel pin? Maybe someday I'll do a video of my collection of lapel pins. That, of course, I sourced totally free because my dad gave me just a whole bunch of them. It makes me kind of sad because now I think back in the day, we had at one time a 55-gallon barrel filled to the top with lapel pins that we would scoop up and put in a kettle and melt them down to the base metal and then recast them into other things. Holy cow. Do you know how much money that'd be worth today? A 55-gallon drum full of lapel pins. It would probably weigh 1,000 pounds, who knows? But man, that was a lot of money. But nobody thought about it back in 1984, 1985. Nobody thought that they would be worth anything today. And of course, eBay didn't exist back then. So again, my cost of goods was $0. I have them listed for $35, and I have other ones listed too. It's kind of hard to price. These are handmade. They're almost like jewelry. And there are none on eBay. There never will be because these were vintage. They might exist somewhere out there, but these are not made in China. They're made right here in the good old USA. So one guy bought 3 of them for $105 plus shipping on top. So that was my last home run. That was pretty sweet. 6 home runs since the last time I did a what sold on eBay video. Holy cow. My PayPal balance, boom, 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 is growing. Next item are these exit signs. I got these at a restore, thrift store, that's what I call it. Cost of goods was $4 a piece. I had them listed for $39.95 each, and then I put them on sale, 10% off, and then somebody messaged me and offered me $25 a piece or $50 for 2 of them, and I said, yeah, why not? I've had them for a long time, I don't know, 6-8 months. I was happy to let them go. So 2 of them, $50. Cost of goods was about $8. And they paid shipping on top. Next is another jean jacket. I took a best offer of $50. And then the last jean jacket sold on sale for $50.35. One of these was returned. Somebody bought one at full price, $59.95, something like that. They returned it because it didn't suit them. That's what happens with clothes. I mean, it happens, so whatever. So I took it back, relisted it, gone. So those 3 jackets sold 4 times, but all 3 of them are now gone. And we can't have a video without dowel pins. So 100 dowel pins I sold. They were on sale, 10% off, $4.45 plus first class shipping on top. And if you haven't seen it before, if you're new to my channel, I bought 12,000 dowel pins. Now, this is hard math. 0.4 of a cent per pin. That's crazy. About $50 for 12,000 dowel pins. So they do sell. I sell them in lots of 100, I think 200 or 300, maybe 500, and they sell. Crafters use them, carpenters use them, furniture makers use them, and I can't do a video without saying, off to the side, I have a sealed, unopened box of 6,000 dowel pins. So if you're interested in buying them, I'll sell them to you for $100, free shipping. Just send me a message on Instagram or my email. Go to MidwestPicker.com, follow those links and get a hold of me. I can send you an invoice through PayPal. You could now be a wooden dowel pin dealer on eBay. So I wanted to remind you too, I go live now every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is just a Q&A, work and learn. I'm doing stuff, cleaning inventory, showing you what I sourced. I did source a bunch of stuff you can't see over here behind Joey. I'll show that off on Sunday. I still have to clean it, research it. I'm pretty slow when it comes to listing, but I scored some really good stuff there. Thanks to Kat the Nurse Flipper and other people who saw my sourcing video, and I said, hey, put down in the comments if I missed anything, and they did. They said, hey, what about this? What about this? You should have bought that. My sister, Blue House Brocanti, said, hey, what about this and this? So 4 or 5 days later, I actually went back, half the stuff was gone, but half the stuff was still there, so I bought it, and then I found some other things too. 15-minute shopping trip, or I should say 15 minutes in the store, and I got a whole box over here full of great stuff. So if you have any questions, I love helping people new to reselling, so please send me your questions. You can put them in the comments, but you can also email me, which is in the description down below. You can go to MidwestPicker.com. You can follow me on Instagram. If you have questions on shipping or sourcing or research or how to list and how to write a description, all that kind of stuff, shoot those questions to me. Don't forget to like the video, and if you're new and you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and the bell icon. That bell icon is really important because then you get a notification when I upload a new video and when I go live on Sunday. And Joey just reminded me I also have merchandise. So I got Midwest Picker, Enoch Painting, and Joey merchandise, stickers, coffee mugs, t-shirts, cloth mask, all kinds of cool stuff. Go to MidwestPicker.com, or there's a direct link down below. Check out the merchandise. And I should say this too, I have a coupon code. I think it's still good. I think it's for a week or a month. I'm not sure. But the coupon code is Joey2020. If you put that coupon code in, you get 10% off. That reminds me, I'm going to go to Linktree, and I'm going to make that coupon code longer, like a whole month. I think it was a week. I hope not. But try out that coupon code. Because you watch this video, you get 10% off. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching.